This whole Gong Show comeback thing really blows my mind. I mean, for people who don't know, the Gong Show is where crazy, stupid stuff used to go before we had Facebook.
I got to tell you, it was very interesting to watch in that I also thought that this was an original version of America's Got Talent. Except because the America's Got Talent follows the same thing. You have somebody that comes out and does something really good. But then you have these that come out that they know they're not talented, and it's meant to be criticized or gonged. And you're right. This was all there before all of what is here today is currently here or was here.
Oh yeah, and then the idea. I mean, I'm sorry, Mike Myers. How crazy is this guy? I'll do the show and I'll host the show, but I'm going to play a character every week. This is why Mike Myers doesn't work very much anymore. Because he has ideas like this.
I got to tell you though, I loved it. And play a little.
Actually, it's Tommy Maitland, Willie Waffle, who is the host of the Gong Show.
Yeah, you got to hear here he is.
On my tombstone, it will read, "Here lies Tommy Maitland, British entertainer. Please check the coffin to make sure he's actually dead."
Were you a fan of the Gong Show, the original Gong Show?
I did see it. It was on ITV around 4 o'clock in the morning, and I am an insomniac. To me, it just reminds me of old-time British variety performances. Things you'd see in rooms above the pub.
I mean, he's all in. He's all
It doesn't
in.
look like him, though, which is why...
It doesn't look like him, Willie.
Well, that's the beauty of Hollywood makeup.
Yeah,
but
it was good.
Can they afford to do a TV show every week where they have to do that heavy makeup every single week?
I wonder. This does seem low budget. But then again, Mike Myers. But I just think he just does it. I mean, you would know better than I would, but... Does he just not care, and he just wants to go out and do things he enjoys?
Yeah, he made so much money off the Austin Powers movies, he never has to worry about money again.
Yeah.
So he likes to play hockey, and he likes to do just crazy, silly things. And this is a crazy, silly thing.
Yeah.
It just seemed to be entertaining to him. He figured, I like the challenge. I'll be able to play another character. I'll see if anybody figures it out. I mean, that's where his life is now.
He does not look like or sound like
it's crazy.
Mike Myers.
And what's funny is during the Austin Powers movies, he did a really good job playing like the characters that he played, but you knew it was Mike Myers. This is like totally, like you say, different.
He's also put on some weight, and I wonder if he's like, I don't want to get out there and be, well, and what would Mike Myers be? How would Mike Myers be a Gong Show host? It just wouldn't work. He'd have to play it in character.
Right.
So I don't know, Willie. I think I'm in on it. I think I like it.
Well, I loved the original Gong Show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I mean, if you ever get a chance to go back and see those old ones, with like David Letterman would show up as a judge, and Chuck Barris had people like Pee Wee Herman was an act on the Gong Show. Phil Hartman was an act on the Gong Show.
Mean Gene, the Dancing Machine. They would use comedians from New York that would just come in and do stupid stuff. The guy with the unknown comic. Remember the unknown comic came from?
The unknown comic greatest comic who ever lived.
Came from the Gong Show. So it really was, and I think we had some of that last night. I did get a little bored when it just seemed like these judges didn't gong anything. And I remember when there'd be a crazy act out there, they would always get gonged. And they let a lot of these fake acts, which we know they are, just kept going. And anyway.
Well, I think you hit it on the head. They got to fill an hour.
Yeah. And am I right in saying the original Gong Show was a half an hour?
Yeah, I think it was half an hour, and it was perfect.
Perfect. I think it being an hour is too much. I think half an hour would work. But anyway, okay. So A, Transformers is out. It's the big one. B, the question would be, is this a movie? I mean, kids are going to love this movie. And C, are adults, grandparents, parents, etc., are they going to love this movie?
No, it's horrible.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God, it's an embarrassment.
Oh,
it is the biggest waste of $200 million I can ever think of in my entire life.
Boy.
They have sucked all the entertainment out of these movies. And I didn't hate the Transformers movies. They've always been entertaining. They've always been kind of goofy, but there was always some scene, some moment, something that director Michael Bay did that would blow your mind.
Yeah.
There is nothing in here that will blow your mind.
Oh,
it's just a big mishmash of garbage. I mean, none of the actors are really trying all that hard, and that's probably because the material's not that good. The action scenes, we've kind of seen all this before. I mean, there's nothing all that mind-blowing in here. And as far as the story goes, they give you a lot of story, but none of it matters. I mean, it's just very clunky. Things just start to happen instead of really building and going someplace.
Wow. So clearly you hated it.
Oh, God, I hate it. I mean, in the Transformers, they're worse than ever. Usually, they've been silly and goofy, and they have their little stupid one-liners, but that's all they do in this movie, over and over and over again. And it's just too much. And then they think, well, we'll do the same thing with the humans in the movie.
Yeah.
That's a bigger mistake.
I remember when my kids, this goes back into the 90s, and my boys were young. And we had to buy all those Transformers, all those, and then they'd transform into different things. And they were hot toys, and they were expensive too. By the way, is this a big merchandise commercial?
Well, it feels like they keep rolling out Transformer after Transformer for like a little cameo, so that you'll see them on a toy store shelf. I mean, literally, at one point, Megatron introduces his entire crew. You would think it was like a professional wrestling bout. Like a person comes out and we see their name, and then we never see them again.
Is this the fifth one, Willie?
Oh.
Yeah, this is number 5, and at the end, they're really threatening hard. There's going to be a number 6.
Wow. Okay, God. 0. What are you giving it?
0 waffles.
0. Wow. That's what I thought. All right, it's wafflemovies.com. Before you go to the movies, check it out.